With David Taylor after a Salsa in the Square, after arguably his best senior level win. David, can you tell me a little bit about the atmosphere and what's going through your mind when you're out there wrestling number 3 guy in the world, bronze medalist?
It was cold. So, I mean, I make sure I get a good warm up in and ultimately just trying to get to my offense as much as possible. I've learned a lot over the last years since I graduated. I've wrestled all the top guys in the world. It's the name of the game is getting my offense and scoring off it. I scored. I got a little flurry and I gave up a few points, but I was able to continue being focused and keep scoring. And that's the most important thing, and that's what I'm continuing to work on every day.
So, right off the whistle, took him down. I think you were up 4-0. You got caught in those series of lifts, exposure. You came out and you made a couple funny faces. I don't know if you were reviewing it in your head, but there was a mental toughness there that just looked like you weren't really fazed. What do you feel after that kind of moment?
When you go out there and you're wrestling that guy of that caliber and you're up 6-0, and all of a sudden you get in a flurry and it's side 6-6 and he's got a 4. You're like, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of frustrating. I did all that work and one flurry, it's tied up. So just for a second, he's a very, very explosive wrestler and obviously very talented, very successful in the international scene. So I just had to make sure I kept my composure and didn't get back into a flurry and give up something stupid again and find myself down by another 4. That's what that guy's so good at doing. He's so good at finding 4s and scrambles. So just same focus and then continue to get to my offense and finding those scrambles and finishing those scrambles and coming up on top and continue to score points.
So a couple weeks ago, won your first U.S. Open. I'm sure that's been a goal, a stepping stone goal. Can you tell me a little bit about the emotions of winning that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have second 2 years in a row, which is second place is the worst. I know I found myself continuing to become a better wrestler, but at the same time, I'm wrestling the best guys in the world. Not only the best guys in the country here, but the best guys in the entire world. So it's tough. The United States, we have a tough, very competitive bracket, and finally breaking through and getting my first, senior level win in the U.S. Open, and following up with a big win here, and now we have the World Team Trials in 3 weeks, and ultimately that is it. For the United States, that's our mini World Championship. That's how tough it is for us to win. The winner of that goes and represents our country in the World Championship. So I got to get ready for essentially a World Championship in 3 weeks. Beat the best guy in the world, best 2 out of 3 matches. And before I even get there, I got to beat, Dake and Howe, and throw in everyone else that's tough in that bracket. So, I got to be ready, wrestle every bit of my ability, and continue to score points.
So you're a great college wrestler, 2-time champion, 4-time All-American. It looks like you've gone to the next level here at the senior. You just look very crisp. Do you feel like you've evolved since you've left college?
I've had to. I've had to evolve. In college, I wrestle a lot of matches that I was in control the entire time. And in freestyle, there's a lot of things that can happen. In that match, I felt like I was in control all but 20 seconds and 6 points were on the board. So it's just being more aware, being able to focus, knowing that things may not go right. I mean, when you're wrestling the best guys in the world, they're going to score. You got to be able to score back. You got to score more points. So finding the ways to evolve, and because you don't want to get passed up at this level. If you're not continue trying to better, and if I don't have 100% passion in what I'm doing, I'm not going to beat these guys. So, and I want to win. I want to be a world champion. I want to be an Olympic champion. So I got to continue to get better, and I think I'm getting better. And I think I have a lot of improvement to continue to get better.
Can you tell me what not the specific details, but what do you do at the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club to get better generally? I mean, are you working on technique, mental approach, all sorts of things?
We play a lot of handball. But ultimately it's just, every wrestler has their attacks. We're all different. Every one of us in the club. But our coach is so good at knowing what we're good at and finding ways to make us better. I came back off being out for almost a year. I wrestled 2 world champions and I got beat. So finding ways to get better off those matches, finding ways to get better off the U.S. Open, finding ways to get better off this match. And each one of these opponents I'm wrestling, taking something from them, finding ways to get better in those positions. Really for me, it's getting my attacks and finishing. Because I know I can scramble with anybody in the world. I know I can get to anyone's legs. It's a matter of getting my attacks and finishing, scoring points, wrestling through the entire 6 minutes, and just enjoying it, because this is a special time. This is a special time in my life. To be able to do what I love is my job full time. That's dream. Try and be the best in the world.
One other question, just difference between college level and senior level. you had a lot of guys you knew you were going to dominate in college, and it was a game, I think was the word you used, how to approach it to make it entertaining for yourself. There's no easy matches at the senior level. Is it the same mindset, or is it slightly different?
I think that's what I'm continuing trying to get better at. I think I give sometimes the best guys in the world, and I give them a little too much respect. I don't go out and wrestle the best guys the same way that I wrestled everyone else. And tonight I think was one of the first breakthrough performances I've had where I've wrestled a great guy and I've gone out and I've wrestled. And I've wrestled hard, and I've got to my tags, and I put a lot of points on the board. Just because you're wrestling the best guy doesn't mean it has to be a one-score match necessarily, So
Right.
it's just, I just think it's just continuing to find those ways to continue scoring and create as many scoring opportunities as possible, because that's when I'm the best.
Thanks for your time, David. Good luck.
Thank you.